Here I am, on the train to the airport. It's the first time I'm attending a festival as a nominated filmmaker. My wife and most loyal supporter is accompanying me. My film was nominated by the Barcelona Indie Awards. The title is Home, Between the Swiss Alps and the Ukrainian War Zone. And it is about the question of what it means to be at home. The journey begins in the peace of the Swiss Alps and takes me to the war zone in eastern Ukraine. And now, my first festival experience awaits me. Will I win an award? If I do, will that actually help me in any practical way? And if I don't, will I be disappointed? But anyway, we're just looking forward to our time in Barcelona. A few days vacation will do us good. Barcelona, we're coming!
To Barcelona airport.
We just arrived in Barcelona and now I think we're looking for a snack. Are you hungry?
Oh yes, I am.
So let's find something to eat. That's the real deal. Worked.
Yay.
The Barcelona Indie Awards is a small festival with around 200 visitors, held in the heart of Barcelona in the legendary Cinema Malda. It takes place this evening and tomorrow evening. The jury is headed by Oscar-nominated director Ivan Goldschmidt. The jury members are professionals from the film, TV and advertising industries, some of whom are award winners at Berlinale or Cannes. This group of people has deemed my first film worthy of an award. To be honest, I have already achieved more than I could have imagined when I started working on my film. Whether I win an award tomorrow or not, I am simply enjoying this unique time here in Barcelona. The weather is perfect for exploring the city. After the city tour, we head back to the hotel, where my sister and her husband have arrived. She is also in my film and is thrilled to be here celebrating this success with me. On the first evening, 10 short films are screened. 4 of them particularly stood out to me. When the doorbell is ringing. It's a comedy with brilliantly executed absurd humor. The fast-paced, witty French dialogue is absolutely delightful. The Funeral Rehearsal is a profound Dutch short film in which a grandfather and his granddaughter grapple with the subject of death. Their interaction is both funny and touching. Bhaktapur is a short documentary about brick production in Nepal. Under inhumane conditions, the workers toil for over 18 hours a day to be able to pay their children's schooling. A devastating film boasting phenomenal cinematography. Konrad Stoll is a short documentary about a master violin maker. The cinematography is phenomenal, and the master is an incredibly endearing person, full of enthusiasm for his work. An absolute highlight for me. After the screening, the photo session takes place. I don't particularly like having my picture taken, but this shoot is actually kind of fun. It's also one of those moments when I realize how people from all kinds of countries and generations come together here to celebrate filmmakers and their work. After the shoot, we head back to the hotel. I am definitely taking a lot of impressions from this evening with me. Saturday, our second day in Barcelona. We are enjoying the beautiful weather and taking another look around the city. As a Swiss person, it feels a bit strange to me that the beach is packed with people in February and the temperature feels like spring. At 4:30 p.m, we're back at Cinema Malda for the festival's second evening. The short film Gurasana by Lucia Romero, which won an award at the Berlinale, is being screened. This is followed by an hour-long Q&A session, during which we get insights into the film's production. More short films follow, and finally, the awards ceremony begins. There are 5 nominees in each category. The nominees attending the festival each stand up briefly and receive applause. Finally, it's my turn.
First time filmmaker feature film. The nominees for that are Home, director Nat Holzer.
Now my name is up on the screen.
And the winner of the best first time filmmaker feature film is Miorita from the Beginning. Directed by
Nope, that wasn't my name. That was the moment I realized I really would have loved to win. I hadn't expected to feel even a little disappointed, but more on that in a moment. Right after the awards ceremony, I had the chance to speak with Raphaël Charlier, the director of the French comedy, and ask him a few questions about his film. At the end of the festival, there was a networking event, and I was able to speak with Nicola Bozzo, who received an award for his short documentary Bhaktapur. I could sense in him the same passion for filmmaking that I experienced while producing my own film. That somewhat strange urge to let people tell their real stories and challenges and make them accessible to an audience through images and sound. This exchange was a highlight for me. Afterward, I went out to eat with my 3 guests at a tapas bar, and we celebrated my first film festival participation. The next morning, we wrapped up our time in Barcelona with breakfast together, and then it was already time to head to the airport. Our view of success is far too heavily influenced by numbers and labels. That's why I wanted to look at the whole thing from different perspectives to gain a healthy, mature and constructive overall view. When I started working on my film, my plan was to create a roughly 15-minute YouTube video that explores what it means to feel at home. I had no idea that 5 months later I would be in eastern Ukraine. I was there to help. Filming was second priority. I simply carried my camera on my hip and tried to capture what was happening whenever possible. It wasn't until the flight back from the relief mission that I decided I had to make a real film after this experience. This project means the world to me, so it was the perfect opportunity to hone my skills in music production, storytelling, cinematography, editing, and color grading. For that reason, and because the story is so personal, I did everything myself, except for playing the drums and singing female background vocals. Film productions are usually carried out by teams. The fact that I can keep up on my own gives me a sense of how much I've progressed. And as an artist, you have to cherish such affirmations. According to the host, the nominations at the festival consisted of the top 5% of the 3,300 films submitted. Since my film is nearly 50 minutes long, it almost always falls into the feature film category for festival submissions, where the competition consists mostly of experienced filmmakers with much larger budgets. For these reasons, my film isn't ideally suited for competing against others. Nevertheless, a third of the festivals to which I submitted my film selected or nominated it. I'm not at all sure what an award would have actually achieved for me in practical terms. Of course, I would have liked to write award-winning filmmaker in my YouTube channel description, but since the film industry isn't my main goal, I probably wouldn't benefit much from an award. In this context, another aspect is important. Judging films is not an exact science. Ultimately, it's always the personal convictions and values of jury members that influence the evaluation of films. In Barcelona, a film won an award which my guests and I couldn't understand at all. But that's okay. Personally, I've come to this conclusion. A nomination is a seal of quality. An award is a qualified public recommendation. When I look at the big picture, I have to acknowledge something for myself. I have created a high-quality product, and that encourages me to keep going. Would I attend the festival again? Absolutely. I really loved the combination of a few days vacation and the festival experience. Interacting with other filmmakers was very exciting. By the way, Raphael, who produced the French comedy, has since watched my film on YouTube and left a comment. It's these interactions and mutual interest and appreciation that makes a festival so special for filmmakers. And being able to celebrate a personal milestone with loved ones makes the experience perfect. I'm very happy. Beyond that, I think local cultural events are incredibly valuable and unique. I experienced that a year ago as well, when I held local premieres of my film. The personal feedback from individual viewers is, in a way, even more valuable than a jury's assessment, because you learn how, quote, normal people experienced the film and how specific scenes resonated with them. I'm currently working on 2 short films, and who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to write award-winning filmmaker in my YouTube channel description. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments. If you haven't seen my film yet, feel free to watch it on YouTube. Here's the 1-minute trailer, which will also take you to the film. Oh, and by the way, while I was working on this video, but more on that another time. Now go watch the trailer.